marking, islands, road curbs, and others. So actually, roundabout has been managed to reduce the conflict from 9 conflict point into 6 conflict by eliminating the crossing conflicts. Next slide, please. So for the section, for the roundabout, for the case study, it has been carried out that it need to be divided into 3 sections, which is section A, B, and C, as you can see in the figure 5 and the satellite image from the right hand side. Next slide, please. So the 3 section has been divided because we want to carry out to see the heaviest traffic occur at which section. So as you can see at the table 6, it shows that the section A has the heaviest traffic occur, which is at the 2,302 passenger car unit per hour, and has the percentage of 2.38% of heavy vehicle passing through it. So this by means that the section A were the most section that can be taken into consideration when designing the roundabout. Next slide, please. So this is the design that has been proposed for the roundabout. So the radius is 129.7 meter, and then the diverging movement 37.04 meter. Merging movement is 43.21 meter, and then for the central island, follow the ASHTO recommendation, which is it need to be greater than 25 meter diameter, and the circle embedded need to be greater than 50 meter. And next, for the degree of curvature, 44.18 meter. The circulatory roadway width W is 15.28 meter, and the foraging section length L is 61.16 meter. Okay, next please. This is the photo from the Google Maps that shows the roundabout in front of the Polytechnic. Okay, next. 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 Next, please. Okay.
Based on our observation, the intersection at Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu is busy with heavy traffic at peak hour because of people were going to work and students going in and out of the Polytechnic. So the implementation of suitable or right type of intersection can help to resolve or reduce the traffic conflict at the intersection. And lastly, students really love to park their car outside the campus, which is near to the intersection, thus resulting in danger for other road users to go in and out of the intersection. Next.
For the conclusion, the conclusion for our case study is information related to volume, speed, distance, invisibility, intersection geometry, road accidents, and parking problem become key information in the preparation of appropriate intersection. Next, the data obtained were analyzed by using methods. A roundabout is proposed but to replace priority intersections, which is now in front of the main door of the Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu. And the last one, traffic conflict, vehicle speed, and crossing angle are influenced by the type of intersection. The better or suitable intersection resulting in lower traffic conflict, vehicle speed, and safer crossing angle, thus lowering the risk of road accident at the intersection. Next.
Okay, dah habis.
That's all from us.
Thank you very much for Group C for your presentation today. Okay, any question from audience? Okay, ada soalan? Jika tak ada soalan daripada saya, sepatutnya tajuk apa untuk presentation today? What is topic? Okay, intersection design type and principle at grade intersection. Bila kita dah melihat kepada topik yang intersection design, bila intersection, I can see bagaimana reka bentuk yang sepatutnya ada di negara kita. Kita ada T-junction, kita ada persimpangan belian dan sebagainya. Tapi yang tu saya tak nampak pun. Masih lagi still dengan topik yang minggu lepas, iaitu sport speed study, Wall University. Masih still lagi dengan topik yang minggu lepas. Sepatutnya topik minggu ni saya dah dapat melihat macam mana yang katakan persimpangan belian, persimpangan intan, persimpangan trapet dan sebagainya. Tapi yang tu tak ada pun dalam grup awak untuk persembahan ni. Maknanya ada lari sikit lah daripada apa topik yang saya telah beri. Okey, soalan saya. Itu teguran lah. Okay. Soalan saya berkenaan dengan complete point ataupun point complete ataupun titik complete. Okay, based on 3 junction, boleh terangkan tak untuk complete traffic complete ni di 3 junction tu sebelah tu berapa tertumpu divergen dia berapa, ada berapa setiap kawasan-kawasan tersebut untuk 3 junction tersebut. Okey, boleh menjawab?
Okey, Abang boleh buat full screen tak? Okey, dekat T-junction kita ada 3 crossing conflict, di mana kalau kita lihat crossing conflict tu berlaku dekat tengah T-junction tu, di mana contohnya kalau kereta daripada bawah tu dia nak pergi ke kiri, dia akan konflik crossing dengan kereta daripada kanan nak masuk pergi bawah. Itu contoh satu untuk crossing conflict. Jadi dia ada 3 crossing conflict kat situ. So next untuk diverging conflict, sebagaimana dapat lihat dalam rajah tu yang berwarna titik hitam tu, diverging maknanya dia daripada contoh daripada bawah tu, daripada lane kanan bawah tu, dia nak pergi kepada lane kiri ataupun lane kanan. Maknanya dia diverge, dia keluar daripada traffic string tu. Maknanya dia pergi daripada kiri dan ke kanan. So dia ada 3 dekat situ, which is dapat lihat dekat titik-titik tu, titik hitam tu. Lepas tu kita ada merging conflict, di mana dia daripada 2 lane dia bergabung menjadi satu. Dia dekat titik yang separuh hitam separuh putih tu. Maknanya contoh kalau kita lihat dekat titik yang dekat kiri bawah tu, dia merging, ekspresi dia lah, dia akan merging daripada stream.
Apa kegunaan traffic complete ni?
Kegunaan
Okey, apa kegunaan point complete? Apa kegunaan dia? 9 complete point ni. Apa kegunaan dia? Boleh terang tak apa kegunaan dia? Dah awak dapatkan merging, crossing, diverging tadi, 9 complete point. Okey, apa kegunaan dia? Why you dapatkan 9 complete point tadi? Kenapa?
Kita kata apa? Kalau kita perlu identify traffic conflict ni untuk memastikan apa? Aliran pergerakan lalu lintas tu berada dalam keadaan yang smooth untuk mengelakkan traffic jam lah, untuk kita identify traffic conflict ni. So, kalau semakin banyak traffic conflict yang kita kena pasti dalam intersection tersebut, semakin tinggi peluang untuk berlakunya kesesakan lalu lintas.
Bukan kesesakan lalu lintas, berlakunya kemalangan.
Kemalangan berkata.
Itu jawapan yang tepat. Okay, jadi titik konflik ni adalah titik untuk berlaku kecenderungan untuk berlakunya kemalangan. Accident point. Bukan berlakunya kesesakan. Kesesakan mana-mana berlaku kesesakan. Okay, jadi titik konflik ni kita kena pasti supaya itulah titik-titik yang biasanya akan berlakunya kemalangan. Jadi bila kita dah dapat titik-titik tersebut, kita boleh menggunakan pelbagai-bagai kaedah untuk mengatasinya. Contohnya kita letak divider di tengah-tengah tersebut. Jadi bila kita letak tengah-tengah divider, maknanya kita boleh mengurangkan titik konflik itu kepada 3 ataupun 2. Okay, itu tujuan dia. Okay. Jadi setiap persimpangan, sama ada T-junction, okay, sama ada persimpangan 2, roundabout dan sebagainya, bila kita dah dapatkan titik konflik, contohnya seek conflict point di roundabout, how to solve this titik konflik. Mana kita perlu kurangkan titik konflik, sebab titik konflik ni adalah kecenderungan berlakunya kemalangan. Okay. How to solve the seek conflict point. Okay, based on banging case study, you boleh melihatlah. Mungkin kita akan letak cone. Okay. Kemudian kita akan buat traffic light dan sebagainya. Ini cover dalam topik untuk intersection junction. Okay, thank you very much for group 6. Okay, next group. Group 7. Okay, can start now.
Hello, good morning, sir. Can you see our slide?
Okay, can see.
Okay.
Start now.
Good morning, sir, and all friends. Today we are group 7, and we're going to present intersection design type and principle for at-grade intersection at the improvement at Pangkalan Rail Pulau Pinang changing to roundabout. Next, I'm going to pass to my teammate to continue our presentation.
Next slide, please.
Next slide.
Next, please.
You can see my change slide. Yeah.
Okay. What is intersection? Intersection is an area where two or more roads join or cross each other. The objective of intersection design is to facilitate the roadway user. The previous slide.
Sorry, system error.
Okay. The objective of intersection design is to facilitate the roadway user and enhance efficient vehicle movement. The basic elements of intersection design are human factors, traffic consideration, physical elements, economic factors, and also the functional intersection area. Next, please. Next slide. Thank you.
Wait. System error. Can you see now?
No. Never mind. The types of intersection are at-grade intersection where two or more roadways join or cross at the same elevation, and also grade separated intersection where a junction of two or more roadways exists at different heights. Next.
There are a few types of intersection in at-grade intersection, which are uncontrolled junction, which is the intersecting roads are more or less equally important. Then they have priority junction, which is the intersection involving major road and minor road. Spacing sharing junction, which is for example, roundabout, time sharing junction, which is, for example, traffic light and channelization intersection. Thanks.
Hello, can you see now? Hello? Hello?
Pass it to my friend Wei Gyap.
Hello? Can you see my share screen now? Hello, hello?
Yes, can.
Hello?
Yeah, we can see, Now it's Wei-Gyat turn, right?
You're silent. Go, you're silent. Who presentation?
Wake up.
I think his mic error. I think his mic got error.
Okay, pass ke orang lain dulu.
Maybe I will explain something for him. So we go
hello.
to...
Okay.
Oh, can you
hear me? Hello?
Can.
Okay, dengan.
Sorry, doctor, just now mic problem.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the design principle for at-grade intersection. It is to minimize the severity of potential conflicts among different streams of traffic and between pedestrian and turning vehicles. So there are 4 principles. First is alignment. The second one is channelization system. Okay, next slide.
So now we are going to continue with literature review. This literature review is related to our topic, which is intersection design types and principle for a grade intersection, and we are focusing on comparison of operational performance before and after improvement. Case study at Pekalang Wet, Pulau Pinang. The authors are N.I. Zanuddin, SMR, Shah, MZ, Hashim, MX, Roslan, and LS 2018. Next slide, please. So this literature review, I will talk something about intersection. So as Rachel just now say, intersection is also commonly known as a cross at any place where 2 or more than routes intersection or meet each other at grade. Intersection may be signalized or not signalized, may or may not have a roundabout. The intersection encompassed by a roundabout are considered as safe intersection. The efficiency of an intersection is defined on the basis of how well an intersection accommodates the needs of all route users. 2 methods of intersection controls are time sharing and space sharing. The time sharing is like signalized intersection which has traffic signal, while the space sharing is like roundabout. The time of intersection control that has to be adopted depends on the traffic volume, route geometry, cost involved, and importance of the route. Next, please. So I will talk something about roundabout now. A roundabout is a circular intersection where drivers travel clockwise around a center island. Driver will at entry to traffic in the roundabout and then enter the intersection and exit at their desired street. Research found that roundabouts can increase the traffic capacity by 30% to 50% compared to a traditional intersections. Roundabouts are designed to accommodate vehicles of all sizes, including emergency vehicles, buses, trucks, and trailer combination. Based on the research, roundabout has been proven to safely decrease traffic delays and congestion. When selected and designed correctly, roundabout can handle a high volume of traffic, including commercial trucks and large emergency vehicles. Traffic design are based on peak hour volume. In terms of operation cost, a basic roundabout doesn't need electricity or less maintenance than traffic signals. It is also to make sure that appropriate number of lanes can be achieved for adequate capacities, lane volume balance, and continuity of lanes through the roundabout. Some recommendation of changing intersection to roundabouts are for those intersections which have a heavy delay on minor route. Second, at a signalized intersection with long cycle of traffic signal that result in greater delay. Last but not least, the intersection with heavy left turning traffic. Next.
The intersection considered as high-risk location due to high collision rate, so the design of the intersection must able to mitigate the risk. The appearance of the intersection also play a major role to reduce confusion to drivers that using the route. Intersections should not be placed at sharp horizontal curve, steep grades, the tops of the crest vertical curve, or the bottom set of vertical curve. The intersection width is determined by factors such as weaving time and storage duration necessary for queuing traffic at signalized intersections, as well as the length of the right turning lanes. The design must be enough traffic handling capability for the duration of the intersection planned life. Next, I'll pass to Sharif.
The observation area has massive traffic jam during peak hours, which occur at intersection. This traffic jam occur because of the long cycle of traffic signal, and the other occur because of no traffic signal. The minor road which have no traffic light could guide the road users to cross the conflict area. Therefore, the simulation model has been created to analyze data using average speed method. The data have been collected during peak hours, and the results shown that the roundabout can minimize delay time and improvement of LOS, level of service. Next slide.
For analysis and solution for the intersection design, the control device such as traffic signal or stop sign will cause the control delay at intersection. Two or more intersections are near to each other along the road may cause massive traffic jam. So every vehicle need to spend time on decelerating in queue and accelerating at every intersection. So the delay time is increased especially due to the number of intersections. Next. Okay, for the solution, we can modify the intersection that are near to each other, especially the T-junction, become the one roundabout. So this can reduce the number of intersections. So the vehicle from the different direction can reroute at the intersection at the same time. So this can reduce the delay time per vehicle and increase the level of service at the intersection. So the geometric design of roundabout had to be identified to produce a good operating performance and of roundabout. So the criteria which need to consider at shape of roundabout, such of roundabout, number of lanes, design speed, design vehicle, and site distance. Next.
Next, I will discuss about the analysis and solution for the type and principle of roundabout. So for the principle of roundabout, the geometry curvature of roundabout, which are the radius and the angle of entry. The angle of entry should be 20 degree to 40 degree for a roundabout. Next is the yield at entry. Vehicle on all entry lane yield to vehicle within the circulating roadway.
Wait, sound. Cannot hear. Your sound. Okay.
Can you hear?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So next, roundabout can reduce time delay because driver no need to wait for green light to proceed. Roundabout also can change the level of service from a low level of service to a high level of service, such as from a level F to a level C. Then roundabout can make the driver slow down and yield to traffic before entering. Roundabout also saves the hardware maintenance and electrical costs because the roundabout do not have the traffic signal that will cost thousands of dollars per year for maintenance. Next. Driver has to be familiar with the roundabout to improve the level of safety. Driver have to decide their exit early so that they will not exit suddenly to avoid collision from the back. Next, driver have to slow down when they are entering the roundabout. Driver also have to give more attention to the motorcyclists because there are many poor safety record for motorcyclists. The entry path of curvature should be more than 70 meters because with the increase of distance, the driver have more distance with the vehicle inside to prevent the collision with the vehicle inside. Next.
Now, for observation part, first I'm going to show you for the case study area number 1 and case study area number 2 at the Pangkalan Rail. The case study area number 1, the intersection of Pangkalan Rail are connected to get Guard Lebo Magazine, and case study area 2 is intersection of Pangkalan Rail connected to Guard Lebo Chuli. For case study area 1, we can see that it is a at grade intersection and a T intersection. For case study area 2, it also a grade intersection and it was a unsignalized junction. Okay, now I'm going to show you some stimulator modeling before and after for the case study area 1. For case study area 1, it was from T junction and have a very high traffic conjunction. After improvement and change to roundabout, we can see that from the stimulator, it was less traffic conjunction. This is some delay time and LOS level of service before and after changing to roundabout by BISSIM modeling. First, we can see from the case study area 1, the delay time before improvement is 82.92 seconds, and after improvement will change to 1.86, and the level of service also improved from level F to level A. Case study area 2 also improvement from 38.89 seconds to 9.48, and level of service also improved from level E to level A. This is the standard we refer for.
Okay, for the conclusion, in this study, the information was obtained from the typical speed vehicle on field and from the VSIM software simulation. The check run at the field were conducted during peak hours, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The test run included route distance, delay time, and cost of delay. Both methods have shown differences that are acceptable. Currently, the delay time produced for case study 1 and 2 were 82.92 seconds LOSE and 38.89 second LOSF respectively. After the improvement in roundabout, the result shown the delay time had been reduced impressively, which are the delay time for case study 1 and 2 were 1.86 seconds LOSA and 9.48 seconds LOSA respectively. The improvement percentage increment of LOS is 97.8% for case study 1 and 75.6% for case study 2. From the result, it proved that the roundabout can improve the traffic condition and also increase the level of service at intersection. Next.
Okay, thank you very much for
okay, that's all from us. Thank you.
Your presentation today. Okay, any question from audience? Okay, jika tak ada question, saya akan beri question lah. Okay, macam biasa. Okay, based on kepada topik, saya masih lagi tidak puas hati. Kita tengok pada topik tu, intersection design type and principle for a great intersection. Jadi bila intersection design dan type tersebut ada dalam kepala saya, sepatutnya reka bentuk dan jenis. Okay. Reka bentuk dan jenis. Dan bila kita melihat kepada dua perkara tersebut, kita tak boleh lari daripada bila presentation flip, saya akan terbayang jenis-jenis pensimpangan yang ada di Malaysia. Okay. Betul tak? Pertama sekali saya nak melihat pada jenis-jenis persimpangan yang ada di Malaysia. Kita ada roundabout, kita ada T-junction, kita ada persimpangan 2. Okay, kita ada berbagai-bagai lagi di Malaysia ni. Kita ada untuk highway, kita ada persimpangan Intan, persimpangan Belian, Trapet. Tapi saya tak nampak perkara-perkara tersebut. Betul tak? Okay. Itu yang tidak disentuh berkenaan dengan topik yang sepatutnya. Dan saya tengok pada slide-slide tersebut pun gambar-gambar yang ditunjuk tu bukan berkenaan dengan kes tadi. Bila kita katakan tadi ni, katakan MRT junction di Malaysia ni showkan yang real punya. Ini dah bukan kes tadi. Okay. Bukan you ambil daripada internet, daripada apa ni gambar-gambar lakaran. Saya tengok pada, cuba buka pada slide nombor 4.
Doktor saya dah buka, boleh nampak ke?
Slide 4, this one. Ni kat mana ni? Okay, case study kat mana ni? Ni bukan negara kita tak? Dan ini sebagai langkaran je, bukan ada mana-mana ni. Ini sebagai langkaran. Ini bukan panggil case study. Mana tak mencapai lagi apa yang saya hendaki. Dan yang keduanya, biar itu adalah jadi jenis type. Yang keduanya saya nak melihat kepada design ataupun intersection design. Bila melibatkan design ni, kita akan merujuk kepada, terutamanya di negara kita ni, arahan teknik jalan JK 1988. Itu mesti ada. Tapi itu langsung tidak disentuh di dalam your presentation lah. Okey, soalan saya, itu baru komen. What is mean signalized and non-signalized? Boleh siapa-siapa jawab? Different, signalized and non-signalized. You can elaborate? What it mean signalized and non-signalized?
For my opinion, I think signalized is meaning like you're putting a traffic light at those intersections to control the traffic flow, to reduce the delay, something like that. For unsignalized method, it's like time sharing, like roundabout, we don't have any traffic light on the roundabout, something like that.
Okay. Yang sepatutnya based on kepada control, itu key dia. Based on pada jalan, kita ada jalan, saya betul hajar bila nak
Hello.
Tutor kamu tersengkat ke?
Itu salah satu daripada control dia. Okay, thank you very much your presentation today for group 7. Okay, next group A.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Let's start now.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Today we are going to present our topic on intersection design, types and principle for at grade intersections.
Here is the introduction, the three main things on this case study. First is the mixed traffic commonly happen in the urban areas, especially in the developing countries. So this frequently occur with vehicle pedestrian conflict is the most considered issue. Second is the pedestrian are vulnerable road users because of their unprotected safety on the road. In Malaysia, more 6,000 cases involving pedestrian injuries and fatalities on road annually reported. And third is the behavior of pedestrian and drivers is a great influence, depends on uncertain factors. Next. Next. Problem statement. So this case study is an open research mostly in traffic safety and urban planning, evaluating the behaviors of the vehicles and pedestrians at a non-signalized marked walkway. So there's three intersections that were chosen in the UPM as the study sites considered by their high density areas with a high capacity of pedestrian activities. So this study is based on the observational method and data was collected manual calculation method. From the data collected, you'll know that the peak hour happened during midday and weekdays. Next. Literature review. So this case study are located at three intersections in the North Campus of University Putra Malaysia that were conducted by the Norain Muhamad Isa, Ahmad Zaharin Aris, Zakia Punrahuno and Rosta Harun. So the purpose of these studies is to identify the level of service, which strongly depend on the spatial and temporal dispersion. As for present study, most of the sessions experience criterion F during weekday, which explain issues on crowd and congestion, while criterion A during weekend. Next. Observation. So the study is based on the observational method and data was collected using the manual calculation method. So there's three intersections in the North Campus that were chosen in UPM. So first is known as a V1.
Suara tak dengar.
Hello? Jelas ke doktor? Tak jelas. Doktor? So continue about the observation. So there's three intersections that were chosen from the North Campus of University Putra Malaysia.
Tak dengar suara.
Tak dengar. Tak dengar aku doktor. Saya rasa saya dah buka mic.
Boleh pass ke orang lain dulu tak?
Dengar.
Kami dengar doktor.
Doktor
saya
rasanya
rasa
doktor.
internet doktor lah yang problem.
Siapa present sekarang?
Saya doktor.
Okay, continuous.
Okay, continue to the observation. So the study is basically based on the observational method and data was collected using the manual calculation method.
Orang lain boleh dengar tak suara saya?
Boleh doktor.
Boleh doktor.
Orang lain boleh dengar suara saya?
Boleh doktor, boleh.
Boleh doktor.
Boleh continue ke doktor? Doktor mute.
Kan bukan masalah lain saya. Orang lain boleh dengar.
Boleh doktor.
Boleh try pass kat orang lain dahulu. Pasal planner.
Oh. Sekejap ya, Doktor.
Siapa present sekarang? Ain Syuhada.
Ya, saya.
Saya
Sekejap,
Doktor.
sekejap. Sekejap. Line saya kok, apa ni, mic saya. Rosak kok. Saya tutup mic dahulu. Sekejap. Okey, continuous. Boleh dengar tak? Okey, continuous. Tadi mic saya kok, dia dah habis bateri. Mikrofon saya dah habis bateri. Apa ni? Okey, boleh teruskan.
Ain.
Saya dah dengar.
Terus analisis. Okay. Alright. So the analysis and then solution for this study case. Doktor boleh dengar tak?
Boleh.
Alright. Okay, three sections were selected based on higher daily activities to calculate the regularity of pedestrian movement, and a present study on preliminary vehicle pedestrian conflict reveals the frequency of pedestrians in a concentrated area and its level of service in University Putra Malaysia. So next. Okay, as you can see, there's three figures that for each sample point, which is have a different junction. For the first figure is at the CIMB Bank, which is a three-way intersection, or we also call T junction or Y junction. And second point is at Faculty of Forestry, which is a three-way intersection. And a third point is a four-way intersection, which is at the Faculty of Education Studies. And at the right of the figure, you can see that the graph of pedestrian frequency analysis for the three sampling point, which is the number of pedestrians versus the time taken for this analysis. So there is a three line of segment, which is for the first segment is the right arms for the junction. The second segment is the left arm of the junction, and the third segment is the straight arm for the junction. Okay, next. Next. Okay, alright. Okay, table 2 show the level of service criteria for pedestrian for 3 station, which is V1, V2 and V3 for 3 days, which is day 1 on Thursday, day 2 on Friday, and day 3 on Saturday. So as you can see, there is a total of the pedestrian per hour for each station, and the total for the all the station for day 1 is 2,904, for day 2 is 1,906, and for day 3 is 338. And at the below of the table 2 is the description of the level of service for the condition A to F, refer to every space. So at the table 3, shown a summary of level service in 3D for each station for 3 station. And overall, as you can see, there's 100% condition A of level of service for station 1 and station 3 at D3. Okay, next. Next. Okay, for the conclusion, by using data collected from 3 stations, the pedestrian volume pattern generated, the distribution of pedestrian varies between spatial and temporal measurement. The level of service were measured. Characteristics strongly depend on the spatial and temporal distribution. The preliminary data can be used to explore device and complex pedestrian vehicle interactions. And in the future, development of walkway design and the addition of safety can reduce the probability of interaction between crossing pedestrian and vehicle. So, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much for Group 8 for your presentation. Macam biasalah, soalan saya, any question from audience?
Doktor, tak habis lagi.
Tak habis lagi?
We have another case study, Doctor.
Okay, continuous.
For our second case study, it's about performance analysis of roundabouts at Bandar Maharani, Bandar Diraja, Johor, Malaysia at Muar. The roundabout was created to elevate traffic congestion by reducing the number of crossing disputes. Next. Next. For belakang balik problem statement. For the problem statement, roundabouts are one form of road facility that has been used to minimize speed overlapping points between vehicles. This study is going to focus on level of service for 3 main roundabouts at Muar, namely roundabout of Jalan Bakri, Jalan Sulaiman and Jalan Abdul Rahman. 3 time will be analysed, which are during morning peak hour, evening peak hour and during peak off hour. The outcomes from this study is to benefit by the Majlis Perbandaran Muar for better traffic management. Next. For the literature review, roundabout user consists of motorists, pedestrians, bicyclists and emergency vehicle. Capacity levels of roundabout depends on the conflicting volume or circulating traffic, vehicle rate on roundabout in front of the approach and approach geometry, especially entrance width. The less conflicting traffic, the greater the capacity is for a given geometry. Next.
Alright, for the observation, the research was carried out at Muar Town. The commuter data count was done for 12 hours to know the peak off and off-peak hours along Jalan Khalidi in order to fulfill the first objective. Drone was used to obtain the aerial footage of roundabout traffic in 15 minutes. And this is the equation that will be calculated for the flow rate. Next. First, for the time series analysis, the traffic flow rate for every 15-minute interval we classify to class 1, which is motorcycle, class 2 cars, class 3 vans and medium trucks, and class 4 heavy truck and buses. Second, the performance analysis consists of level of service, delay, degree of saturation, and queue distance. Next. For the analysis and solution for the time series analysis, the morning peak hour along Jalan Khalidi was observed at 7 to 8 a.m. The total vehicles during this hour was the highest, which is 1,977 vehicles per hour. The evening peak hour was at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with total vehicles of 1,820 vehicles per hour. The minimum flow rate was 1,250 vehicles per hour at 4:15 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Next. The performance analysis of study location, we analyze for level of service, delay, volume per capacity ratio, and queue distance. Next. So this is the result for the 3 roundabouts for the morning peak hour. We can see that the level of service for roundabout 1, which is D, roundabout 2 F, and roundabout 3 E. For the evening peak hour, the roundabout at 1 was B, and roundabout 2 and 3 F. For the during off peak hour, the level of service is better, which is roundabout 1 is A, roundabout 2 D, and roundabout 3 A. Next.
For the conclusion, the roundabout's performance was assessed in terms of LOS, delay, degree of saturation, and Q. Morning peak hours for Jalan Khalidi were 7 AM to 8 AM, and evening peak hours were 6 PM to 7 PM. At 4:15 PM to 5:15 PM was the off-peak hour. The recent performance of roundabouts will help the local government prepared for future growth in the city in order to reduce traffic congestion. That's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, dah habis? Ada lagi?
Dah, Doktor.
Okay. Thank you very much for Group 8 presentation. Okay, saya pun ni dah kumpulan grup ketiga, dan ketiga grup tidak mencapai apa yang saya hajat ataupun yang ada dalam kepala saya. Okay. Sebab kita perlu memahami apa itu fleet. Fleet ni adalah surface ataupun pembincangan atau presentation just surface, maknanya preliminary ataupun based on pada topik itu adalah permulaan ataupun surface permulaan ataupun permukaan. Masuk permukaan ni just kita pergi on kepada topik, iaitu seperti yang saya dah terang tadi sebelum ni, based pada dua perkara, type dan design. Untuk type tersebut tak ada seorang pun yang sentuh berkenaan dengan persimpangan intan, persimpangan biang untuk highway, persimpangan 4, persimpangan 3, T-junction dan sebagainya. Okay. Just sekarang ni hanya just 50% je merangkumi apa yang disentuh dalam tajuk. Dan anda harus memahami fleet dengan projek ni ada sangat berbeza. Kebanyakan grup yang membuat presentation for today based on kepada projek yang lebih yang lebih mendalam ataupun yang lebih kepada deep, dia sangatlah dalam. Tapi untuk flip kita just to surface saja. Okay, cover apa topik yang hendak di presentkan, iaitu design dan type. Just 50% je di cover oleh ketiga grup untuk hari ini. Dia tak mencapai lagi apa yang saya nak lah. Okay, oleh itu jika nak baiki lagi based on pada komen-komen saya tadi, okay, nanti bila nak submit slide, okay, saya tak tengok lagi untuk dua grup nanti, saya rasa sama juga. Okay, terpulanglah sama ada you nak hantar yang slide ni ataupun nak baiki slide tersebut dan upload di dalam UKM Folio nanti. Okay. Setakat ni markahnya bawah 3. Okay. Untuk reading dan writing. Okay. Yang lain tu okey. Listening, speaking tu betul, yang tu okey. Okay. Untuk reading dan writing ketiga-tiga grup bawah. Okay. Terpulang. Jika anda nak kekalkan pemarkahan ni, jadi just upload your slide. Okay. Slide yang awak presentation. Jika nak baiki, saya bagi peluang boleh baiki dan upload yang terkini. Untuk baiki bahagian reading dan writing. Sebab reading writing ni tak mencapai apa yang saya nak, maknanya markah dia below 3 lah, bawah pada 3. Okey. Okey, soalan saya, apa kegunaan loss? Level of service. Tadi awak dah buat presentation based on level of survey. How level of survey to justifikasi for design, intersection design. Bagaimana loss ini memberi impak kepada intersection design, reka bentuk persimpangan. semester lepas pun dah belajar satu topik yang belajar LOS, level of service. Semester ni pun masih lagi ada level of service. What justifikasi for intersection design based on pada topik ni. Siapa jawab? Boleh menjawab sekarang. Sebab masa berjalan. Tak ada jawapan, tak nak jawab.
LOS tu boleh dapat dia punya analisis, untuk dia punya traffic flow. So kat intersection tu masa dia dapat analisis traffic flow dia akan lebih smooth. Macam dia tak ada berlaku kemalangan dengan dia punya traffic jam tu kurang berlaku.
Siapa menjawab ni? Tak nampak pun.
Sorry, lupa. Sorry. Okay. Saya.
Okay. Okay, sebahagian tu adalah jawapannya based on kepada traffic congestion ya. LOS ni kita nak melihat kepada traffic congestion, kesesakan. Okay, thank you very much for group A. Okay, next group.
Done. Dah on. Assalamualaikum. Nampak?
Seperti ni Ustaz. Boleh nampak.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. We are from group 9. Today we will present presenting about intersection design, type and principle for at-grade intersection. Okay. For introduction, an intersection is an grade junction where two or more transport flow meet or cross. Intersection may be classified by number of road segment, traffic control and lane design. Intersections are classified into three general categories such as grade separated without ramp, grade separated with ramp, and at grade. For our study case is located at Iskandar, Malaysia. Area that cover 221634.1 hectare of land area within the southernmost part of Johor. It cover entire district of Johor Bahru, Mukim Jeram Batu, Mukim Sungai Karang, Mukim Sekat and Pulau Kukup. Existing population of Iskandar, Malaysia is estimated at 1624453 people of approximately 49% of Johor state population, which stood at 3317381 in 2008. For our study purpose, first, to increase safety city for entire Iskandar, Malaysia. Second, to identify issue relate to the safety and smooth flow of traffic. And the last one is to recommend the implementation of road with layout designed to the international standard. Okay, next.
Okay, now it's about literature review. Our literature review is related to our study case. At-grade intersection are one of the vital elements in any road network. Traffic control for a grade intersection play a significant role in the level of delay experienced by the vehicles on the road network by Abdel Fattah and Minhans in 2014. Turning traffic light is a volume in how it controls an intersection is one of the most important factors affecting the capacity and signalized intersection. Ibrahim Hossain and Liang in 2007. Channelizing an intersection and increasing the number of lanes will help to match the capacity of the road section and intersection and improve traffic efficiency. However, some road sections are located in densely populated area, and tidal characteristic of traffic and obvious can result the unbalanced utilization of two-way traffic capacity by Hewlett and Huykin in 2020. Next. The study done by Abdul Fattah and Mihan in 2014 also suggests that roundabouts are more suitable for small traffic volume, while traffic signals are proven to be more suitable for high traffic volume for a great intersection. The introduction of motorcycle lane have significantly reduced accidents to motorcyclists about 39% less, and therefore it must be considered a highly successful countermeasure. One of the reasons of reduction is that it eliminates motorcycle and vehicles conflict and reduce speed differentials and faster vehicles by Redding, McKay and Hills in 2007. Next.
Next is a problem statement. So issues of route layout design in Iskandar in Malaysia is summarized into 6 main aspects. One of the main issue is carriageway issue, which is motorcyclists had to share lane with other vehicle because motorcycle lane and bicycle lane were not provided at almost development in Iskandar, Malaysia, and they also have a high numbers of accident involving motorcycle. Another issue is like road age issue, a junction land use issue, and also road safety issues, which is most of the survey development does not have clear zone or emergency area, which is stated in road safety audit guideline. So it's so difficult for some drivers to stop or return to the road before encountering a hazard or overturning. Next is junction space issue, and last but not least, turning radius issue. Next. Okay, for analysis and solutions, there are 6 solutions. The first one is the solutions for carriageway, which is to promote build on-site vehicle and pedestrian circulation system that are safe and convenient. And then for road edge, provide specific measurement for landscape corridor and walkway. The third is adjacent land use, which is to provide parking facilities to avoid illegal parking. And then road safety, implement clear zone that are stated in road safety audit guideline. Junction spacing, which is to provide sufficient spacing junction and setback reserve. And the last one is for turning radius, which is to apply suitable turning radius as required in the guideline. Next. So this is the maps for Iskandar, Malaysia. As you can see, there are roundabouts and three-way intersection in the map. Next. For layout and design, there are 5 layout and design, and the first one is corner cutting. Corner cutting is one of the important aspects in the design of junction, especially for the safety reason. 2 aspects that influence in determination of corner cutting are radius of pavement and junction spacing. Next, the second one is junction spacing. It is important to maintain the suitable spacing between road and junctions because it will determine the efficiency and avoid vehicle delay. Table 6.102 provides recommended dimensions road spacing. This is the true road spacing criteria in meters. As we can see, there are 5 contacts, which is regional center, sub-regional center, industrial center, commercial center, and residential center. And there are 3 types of road, which is arterial, major collector, and minor collector. Next. The third one is side distance at junction. There are several side distance criteria applicable at junctions. Each needs to be checked, and the audit should identify any situations where a deficiency is proven as follows. The first one is approach side distance, ASD, and then entering or crossing side distance, ESD, and then safe intersection side distance, SISD, and the last one is side distance to queue vehicles.
Fourth is roundabout. Modern roundabouts are used according to the junction control matrix. Roundabouts are designed following the guidelines, which include one lane roundabout shall have raised marked crossings. Two-lane roundabout may have raised crossing across entry and exit areas. Third is roundabout with more than two lanes are not recommended. Fourth is pedestrian crossing distances should be as short as possible with a maximum of two lanes to cross. Last but not least, marked crosswalk and bicycle lanes are not required within mini roundabout, but may be needed on adjoining roads depending upon road type. Next.
And the last one is grade separation. Pedestrian bridge and tunnel underpass shall not be used on road except and permit by authority and its condemnation. They may be considered only the following situation. First one, to traverse the major obstacle. Second, to provide the direct pedestrian route and where there are intensive pedestrian flow. For approval, the following must be demonstrated: the bridge and or tunnel will add no more than 50% to the time it would take the person to cross the road at grade. The bridge or tunnel will positively affect the identity of the area. Next.
For applied principle, this section covers traffic calming technique that may be applied throughout Iskandar, Malaysia. Designing roads to mitigate the negative impacts of motor vehicle traffic by ensuring safety for all roads users is known as traffic calming. Traffic calming principle. Traffic calming device affect one or more of the following, such as vehicle speed, exposure risk, legibility and predictability, and traffic volume. Traffic calming must function at all times of the day. Its measures are usually physical because of their proven effectiveness in reducing speeds, cut-through volumes, or collision. It also can be either proactive or reactive. Okay, next is traffic calming approaches. The following describe selected traffic calming device such as speed tables, speed cushions, race crossings, a lateral shift, chicane, a choker, and a center island narrowing. Next. Okay, for the observations, the road layout design blueprint for Iskandar, Malaysia has been commissioned by Iskandar Regional Development Authority, IRDA, for the following reasons: to address the needs of the growing population, to improve road design, motorcycle lanes, pedestrian and cyclists, and the last one is to increase safety city for entire Iskandar, Malaysia. Next. So this 1.8 charts, it shows the casualties and death caused by road accident in Malaysia between year 2009 to 2018. As we can see, in 2016, it has been recorded as the highest number of deaths, which is 7,152, while in 2018, it has been recorded as the lowest number of deaths, which is 6,285. Okay, for the injuries case, whether it's severe or minor, we also can see that it has been decreased from year 2009 to 2018. Next.
Hello.
Ya,
Halo Mas.
sorry, Doktor.
You punya rumah depan ada Elsa putih kan?
Ada Alza putih, Mercedes hitam.
Bal, tutup.
Okay, next is this table show the road accident statistic by road type from the statistical report road accident Royal Malaysia Police. Okay, this table shows that the highest number of fatal and serious accident has been recorded at the straight road, and the lowest number of fatal and serious accident has been recorded at the interchange road. Next. For the conclusion, Ministry of Works Malaysia tried to provide a better better safety of road in Malaysia alongside with the government efforts to reduce traffic accident and to achieve its target. Hopefully in the future with better collaboration, intra and inter-agency can improve more in road safety and furthermore government will achieve its death rate target. That's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, habis dah? Ada lagi tak?
Tak ada dah tu.
Okay, thank you very much for Nai. Okay, satu pengayam bagus juga daripada guru expert ni. Jadi ambil one case study in Iskandar, Malaysia. Okay, Iskandar, Malaysia. Tapi saya tak nampak keseluruhan kajian tersebut. Sepatutnya kajian tu dah cantik, Bandar Iskandar. Cuma tidak meliputi keseluruhan kepada topik yang dikemukakan lah. Okay. Sebab topik yang saya nak ketahui ada dua perkara, iaitu dari segi design dan dari segi type dia. Just saya nampak tadi ada dua je presentation yang diberi untuk Bandar Iskandar ni, iaitu roundabout dengan junction dia. Sepatutnya awak mengenal pasti junction-junction yang ada di dalam Iskandar Malaysia tersebut. Okay. T-junction ke, roundabout ke, kemudian unsignalized ke, signalized ke. Okay. Kemudian melihat katakan T-junction, boleh melihat kepada titik konflik di kawasan tersebut seperti yang dipresent oleh kumpulan satu tadi. Okay. Maknanya kita ada menumpu, kita ada mencampah titik konflik tersebut. Itu yang patutnya dikaji dalam case study ni. Okay. Dah ada, cuma tidak di-elaboratekan lebih terperinci lagi untuk case study tersebut. Okey, soalan saya itu baru komen. Soalan saya berkenaan dengan data kemalangan. Macam mana nak dikaitkan dengan topik ini? Data kemalangan di Malaysia tadi. Bagaimana anda nak kaitkan dengan topik yang diberi? Adakah dia memberi impak kepada reka bentuk? Okay, this one. Boleh jelaskan? Ataupun 17-18 lah. Macam mana nak kaitkan dengan kajian kes based on pada topik.
Ya, pada pendapat saya, kadar kemalangan dekat road type street dia tinggi sebab kebanyakan kenderaan bawa dalam had yang sangat laju. Sebab dia street, so diorang tak perlahankan kenderaan diorang. Berbanding dengan roundabout, kita tahu dekat roundabout kita perlu kurangkan kadar kelajuan untuk kita masuk dalam persimpangan tu. Sebab tu kadar kemalangan di roundabout lebih kurang daripada jalan yang lurus. Begitu juga dengan cross junction. Tapi cross junction lebih tinggi daripada roundabout sebab cross junction sebab roundabout dia lebih safety daripada cross junction. Begitu.
Okey.
Pendapat saya.
Based pada topik yang kita nak belajar hari ini, junction yang straight tu kita tak ambil lah jalan straight sebab itu bukan cover dalam topik yang kita punya. Memang straight tersebut berlakunya kemalangan disebabkan oleh faktor-faktor lain lah. Cuma kita nak lihat kepada roundabout dengan cross junction ataupun T-junction tu. Macam mana nak kaitkan?
Doktor?
Yes.
Pada pandangan saya, macam mana nak relatekan data kemalangan dengan design intersection yang akan digunakan dekat dalam case study kami ni ialah sama ada perlu tak junction tu nak pakai signalized ataupun non-signalized junction.
Contohnya kalau kadar kemalangan tinggi, lebih sesuai digunakan signalized junction pada kawasan tersebut. Tapi kalau kadar kemalangan agak rendah, pakai non-signalized junction pun dah memadai.
Okey, itu salah satu jawapan lah. Tapi jawapan yang saya nak dalam kepala saya ni, based kepada junction tu, contohnya staggered junction. Tahu tak staggered junction ni macam mana? Staggered junction ni dia agak tidak berselari. Biasanya kita jumpa segi junction 4 ni, tapi untuk staggered junction ni dia tidak berselari lah caban persimpangan 4 tersebut. Itu staggered junction. Okay, interchange ni ada berbagai lah interchange berlian, interchange intam, itu saya beritahu tadi. Okay, ini semua ni ada yang akan di-cover sepatutnya dalam your presentation. Okay, based on kepada ni lah, okay, roundabout, cross section, T-junction. Okay, soalan saya, pada soalan saya. Okay, kenapa kita data kemalangan tu memberi kesan contohnya untuk T ataupun Y junction dengan roundabout. Tengok T junction tersebut 576 and roundabout 23. Okay. Base ini adalah kita kena berbalik kepada asas dia adalah complete point, titik complete tadi. Okay. Bila kita melihat kepada T junction, kita ada, saya ada 32 ataupun 64 titik complete dibandingkan dengan roundabout. Okay, ada berapa je, 6 ataupun 3. Itu yang boleh menyebabkannya berlakunya kemalangan. Yang jawapan sepatutnya yang perlu diberilah. Tapi rope time ni adalah perkara-perkara yang perlu di cover oleh setiap kumpulan untuk minggu ini sepatutnya. Sebab tu saya tak nampak lagi staggered junction semua, interchange. Saya dah sebut ada interchange berlian, interchange propet dan sebagainya. Okay. Roundabout macam mana? Just hanya beberapa bahagian je, jadi itu roundabout dan junction, T-junction yang di cover. Okay, last group, thank you very much for group 9, last group 10. Okay, thank you. Okay, boleh continue. Boleh start untuk group akhir. Okey, continue. Siapa yang mulakan dulu? Baru boleh nampak handsome-nya kelas ni. Kita kat saya seorang je boleh nampak. Okey, siapa mulakan dulu? Boleh startkan sekarang. Boleh mulakan sekarang.
Kejap tu nak buka slide.
Barulah nampak. Hari ni awal-awal ke mandi ya. Biasanya pukul 3 baru nak mandi. Tapi ada yang muka tak mandi lagi. Saya ni berbatik bukan hari Khamis. Sepatutnya berbatik hari Khamis, tapi semangat untuk jumpa nak lihat jejaka jurutera yang handsome ni. Okey, ada slide. Masih duduk kat rumah lagi sekarang? Ke ada yang UKM?
Masih kat rumah, Doktor.
Rumah.
Tengah buka slide, Doktor.
Main slow ke apa? Kenapa lambat?
Dia tengah proses.
Besar tu file.
Tak Doktor.
Apa proses-prosesnya?
Sekejap
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to Dr. Hanafi and our friends. So today we from Group 10 will be presenting about intersection design, type and principle for accurate intersection. And our case study is titled Evaluating the Performance of Traffic Flow in 4 Intersections and 2 Roundabouts in Petaling Jaya and Kuala Lumpur using Sidra 4.0 software. Next. And these are our group members. Next. Okay, so for the introduction, one of the big issues confronting all the developing countries around the world is highway traffic congestions, and most of these occur at the intersections. And in Malaysia, delays and long queues are observed repeatedly during peak hours due to the poor strategies of road network. And next, scheduling traffic signals at intersection is one of the most important ways to increase the network efficiency to reduce the congestion. And the guiding principles in intersection design were human factors, traffic considerations, functional intersection area, physical elements, and economic factors. There are 2 types of intersections, which are at-grade intersection and grade-separated intersections. For the definition, at-grade intersection is where the intersecting roads meet at a common level, while the grade-separated intersection is where the roads intersect at different elevations. Next. For our study, it was done to highlight the ability of improving the LOS of 4 intersections, which are 2 4-legs intersection, 2 3-legs intersections, and 2 roundabouts around Kuala Lumpur and Petaling Jaya. And the Sidra software is used as an aid in the design and evaluation of signalized intersection, signalized pedestrian crossings, roundabouts, and others functions. And this study aim is to compare the findings in terms of percentage changes in variables and delay between peak hours in the evenings and also in the morning. Next. The literature review. This literature review will be focused on the related topic, which is intersection design type and principle for at-grade intersections. And we are straight on focusing to analyze and observe the design sessions in KL. For instance, the performance of traffic flow in Kuala Lumpur and Petaling Jaya was evaluated by using Sidra intersection 4. It showed a reduction in the average delay and fuel consumption, while also increasing the travel speed of vehicles. Significant reductions was also observed from the results that the traffic flow at the intersections and roundabouts managed to be optimized by a study done by Alberca al. on 2014. Next. For our problem statement, the delay at the signalized intersections shows that something is off with the signal timing because of the consecutive signalized intersections on the sides. And the study is done to improve the LOS of 4 intersections and 2 roundabouts using Sidra software. In addition, to compare the results between each peak hour in terms of percentage of change in the variables and the delay. And consideration of geometric delay should also be taken into account when comparing the delay in peak hours in the morning and the evening. Next.
Hello. Can anyone hear? Hello.
Hello, dengar.
Doktor, kamera saya problem.
Okay.
Alright.
Teruskan.
So I proceed. Alright. For analysis, we analyze different types of intersection in our research. To begin with, intersection 1 is a 4-leg intersection in Ampang. Intersection 2 is a Y intersection at Bukit Bintang because the road has 3 arms about the same size. Intersection 3 is a 4-leg intersection situated in Petaling Jaya intersection 4 is a T intersection at Petaling Jaya. Although the road has 3 arms, but one of the arms is a minor road connected to a larger road, so it is a T intersection. For roundabout 1 and roundabout 2, located in Petaling Jaya respectively. Next slide. From the existing traffic conditions, drivers experience first, long delays, second, long travel time, third, slow speed traffic. The table 1 shows the result of level of services, LOS, at each intersection and roundabout in the morning and evening. To make it more understandable, assume LOS is the same satisfaction level of cleanliness in restaurants. In general, grade A considered to be cleanest, while grade D, E, and F are the lowest. Hence, we can relate that to LOS which in the morning and evening are not in a good level, because of the grades are mostly D, E, F through all intersections and roundabout that I mentioned previous slide before. Next. Before SIDRA adjustment, several conditions need to be considered. First, morning and evening delay is differ as the number of motorists is differ too. Number 2, average delay for the evening is greater than. Number 3, most of the worker will return home at the same time at the end of the day. Next slide. Solution. After recognizing the existing intersection condition using SIDRA 4.0 software, several improvements were made. First, increasing the cycle time of intersection according to traffic flow at the intersection. Number 2, opening slip lanes or giveaway to reduce the amount, volume of congestion and long queue. So a slip lane, or we call a slip road, is a road at a junction that allows people to change roads without actually entering an intersection. So they are primarily seen at the junction of 2 busy roads, or as an entrance to busy highways such as a dual carriageway, and are the only means to join a motorway. Number 3, and lastly, adding new lanes to increase the capacity of intersections or roundabout. Moving on to Muhammad Izzat.
Okay. For observation, the level of service in the morning period was better than the evening period, which is the volume of traffic flows in the evening is more than the morning period. The capacity of an intersection and roundabout was unable to absorb the huge volume of traffic flow at rush hours, which is in the evening. So, and some intersections and roundabout need new lanes to be added to reduce the congestion and improve system speed. But some intersections also couldn't have new lane added to them. Therefore, alternative roads must be opened to reduce traffic jam at these intersections. Next. So as you can see here, this is the table for level of service after is higher than the level of service before the improvement. At the right side, we can see the LOS after improvement in the morning period, and at the left side, we can see the level of service after improvement in the evening period. So the average delay after improvement is lower compared to the average delay before improvement. The delay that occur is much lower after the improvement in both morning and evening period, as we can see the delay. For example, at the right side, the number 1, we can see the delay before is 940, and after the improvement, we can see it is changed to 380. So we can see that after improvement, the delay occur is much better than before. Next. Okay, so this is the fuel consumption after improvement. That we can see here is lower compared to fuel consumption before. The red bar we can see is the fuel consumption before, and the yellow one is the fuel consumption after. We can see the intersection period, the time below is 1 a.m. compared to 1 p.m. They got much lower consumption of the fuel in the after the improvement happened. Next. Okay, so this is the travel speed after improvement that we can see. The red one is travel speed before and the green one is the travel speed after. For all the time period there, we can see after the improvement, we can see the green one, which is the travel speed after is changed more higher than before because we did the improvement by using the Sidra one. So we can see here the improvement after the, we can see the improvement that occur change the travel speed more better than before. Next. Okay, so the conclusion for our case study is the intersection is the area where two or more roads join or cross each other. Intersection design are to regulate traffic operation, ensure safety of road users, to maintain design speed and maximize the capacity of intersection. And the improvement of traffic signal coordination and timing is one of the most important strategies for increasing travel speed and reducing delays. Also, fuel consumption in urban areas. So that's all for our group. Thank you.
Okay, dah habis dah? This one je?
Dah tu.
Okay, thank you very much for last group 10. Okay, barulah saya boleh nampak ada apa ni kaitan dengan topik yang saya beri, iaitu intersection design dan type. Tapi yang design tu saya tak nampak lagi untuk group ni, cuma saya nampak untuk type tadi adalah di apa ni Y intersection, T intersection. Okay, baru saya nampak. Okay, this one. Okay, Y intersection di Petaling Jaya. Okay, roundabout. Okay, ini saya masukkan apa yang saya komen-komen untuk guru-guru sebelum ni. Tapi masih lagi tak mencukupi. Tapi just okay lah untuk case study. Mana dah ada, you dah mengenali apa itu T-junction, roundabout, okay, Y intersection. Okay, soalan saya, itu baru komen saya. Soalan saya based on your case study. Based on your case study, for important to LOS, level of service. Banyak you sentuh tadi level of service. Okay. Based on your result, level of service before and after. Okay. Before loss F, after C. Okay. Dia lebih baiklah daripada F daripada C, based on this one. Yeah. Apa improvement yang dibuat, okay, setelah kita dapatkan loss F nak kepada loss C, apa improvement yang telah dilakukan? Okay. Boleh terangkan?
Improvement yang dibuat ada dekat page solution kita. Ni this one. So first thing first, the increase cycle time of intersection, and then they openkan slip lanes seperti yang di-explain oleh Shime, and they also add new lanes to increase the capacity of intersection or roundabout. So semua benda ni dia akan impactkan kepada kepuas satisfaction pengguna lah, hence meningkatkan LOS lah.
Ada gambar-gambar ke apa ke, sebagai kajian kes sepatutnya kita ada gambar ataupun nak tunjukkan bukti tersebut.
Oh, gambar.
Macam mana dilakukan. Component slide lay tu macam mana?
Macam mana cek gambar sekarang? Ya, nak boleh Google slide lay.
Component slide lay tu macam mana? Component slide lay. Boleh terangkan?
Slip lane ni macam Shime, explain Shime.
Slip lane ni macam satu jalan junction yang boleh kita ubah laluan tanpa masuk intersection. Macam nak cakap mas? Macam tu. Tapi selalunya nampak dekat junction yang dua jalan yang busy lah.
Maksudnya 4 lorong keluar dan dua lorong masuk, dua lorong keluar dijadikan satu lorong. Macam
jadikan
tu.
satu lorong. Yes, betul.
Itu biasanya untuk jika daripada UKM kita nak pergi ke IOI, biasanya waktu pagi dia akan buat macam tu. Okay. Kita adakah dinamakan sebagai slip lane?
Slip lane, slip road.
Slip road.
Oh.
Setelah itu dimasukkan bila waktu petang, bila waktu peak hours, jalan tersebut daripada 2 lane dijadikan 3 lane untuk waktu untuk masuk. Ini lebih kena elaborate lah untuk ini adalah silibus yang perlu diketahui. Kita ada kaitan, sebab itu saya tanya bila katakan tadi T-junction. T-junction tak silap tadi, grup yang pertama dia telah menunjukkan ada berapa tadi, ada 12 complete point. Daripada 12 complete point tu, macam mana kita nak mengurangkan. Ini adalah salah satulah kita boleh kurangkan increase cycle time, okay? Ataupun adakan divided, ataupun kita adakan signalized and unsignalized. Itu adalah perkara-perkara yang seorang jurutera perlu tahulah, okay? Based on kepada data yang telah di-collect tadi. Jadi di persimpangan ataupun di T-junction, kita ada arah-arah pegang ataupun point complete dia disebabkan oleh arah dia. Kita ada arah tertumpu, arah mencapah. Itu kena ketahui lah, okay? Kena ketahui apa yang dimaksud emergent, okay? Tertumpu dan arah mencapah, dan beberapa arah lagi di setiap persimpangan, dan setiap persimpangan tersebut dia berbeza dari segi titik komplit. Itu kita nak kaitkan, dan data pun dia menunjukkan show daripada kumpulan 3 tadi bagaimana T-junction dengan target semua tu memberi impak dari segi kemalangan. Okay. Itulah apa teori yang telah kita belajar di roundabout titik komplit dia berkurangan dibandingkan dengan T-junction ataupun persimpangan 4. Okay. Dari situ kita boleh melihat kepada teori-teori tersebut untuk dikaitkan kepada, dan kita boleh melihat kepada macam mana untuk membuat improvement. Okay, based salah satu daripada kajian ni lah, improvement dari segi cycle time, okay, dari segi open slip lane, kemudian edit new lane, tambah laluan baru dan sebagainya. Okay. Itu yang topik yang untuk di-cover untuk this topik untuk intersection design dan type. Cuma tidak menyeluruh lagi. Sebab satu pun saya tak nampak lagi bila di highway lagi canggih intersection dia. Dia namakan sebagai intersection berian, intersection intan, propet, tapi seorang pun tak menyentuh kepada perkara-perkara tersebut. Mana tak menyeluruh lagi untuk kajian ini. Saya harap siapa-siapa nak baiki slide boleh baiki dan upload dalam UKM Folio nanti. Dua grup yang terakhir mungkin sempat ubah tu slide dia ke memang ada slide asal. Dua grup yang terakhir
Slide asal.
Slide asal.
Kalau saya nampak yang dua grup terakhir ni macam nak mencapai lah apa yang saya komen tadi. Cuma 3 grup yang pertama tadi tak mencapai lah apa yang saya nak dalam topik ni. Cuma akhir-akhir grup ni itulah saya ingat dah sempat mengubah slide. Okey, kalau slide asal okey lah. Yang grup yang terakhir 2 ni tak nak ubah apa okey. Okey dah, markah dah okey.
Alhamdulillah. Okey, alhamdulillah.
Tambah. Itu pula lah. Okey, untuk ni habislah untuk plate 1 and plate 2. Saya nak masuk sedikit berkenaan dengan progress your assignment. Okay, sebab saya tengok ada lagi beberapa student yang belum submit lagi. Saya tengok progress dia dahulu. Okay, boleh tutup tak yang slide awak punya? Okey, boleh nampak tak? Apa ni, perancangan e-learning. Boleh nampak? Ada nampak tak?
Tak nampak Doktor.
Tak nampak. Tak nampak.
Okey, sekarang nampak?
Tak Doktor.
Microsoft Word tak ada? Tak ada?
Tak ada.
Tak ada Microsoft Word?
Tak ada.
Tempat saya ada. Saya rasa dah masuk dah. Sekarang pun tak ada?
Tak ada.
Okey, kalau tak ada tak apalah. Saya secara inilah saja. Okey, untuk kaedah penilaian saya, method assessment ada berapa tutorial 1. Okey, untuk tutorial 1 saya telah beri, iaitu berkenaan dengan webinar. Okey, webinar. Okey, berkenaan dengan webinar. Yang ini nampak? Tak nampak juga? Tak ada?
Tak ada Doktor.
Tak nampak juga.
Ya. Kat sini saya tengok dah masuk dah semua. Okeylah. Okey, webinar setakat ini yang dah hantar 91. Sepatutnya kita ada 98. Okey, 98. Yang send 91 only. Mana lagi 7? Okey. Dan atas permintaan saya telah lanjutkan lagi tempoh perhantarannya sehingga hujung bulan ni, 30 hari bulan 4. Okay. Due date 30 April, 12 tengah hari. Okay, Friday due date. Okay. Atas permintaan. Okay. Ada lagi yang belum hantar. Jadi saya lanjutkan sehingga 30 April, 12 tengah hari. Selepas itu sistem akan tutup, saya tidak akan buka lagi. Okay. Jadi saya ni last untuk saya buka sehingga 30 hari bulan. Hari ini 27. You ada lagi 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 hari lagi untuk upload. Jika tak ada juga 7 orang ni, maknanya dia tidak berminat untuk dapatkan markah lah. Okay. Saya mudah je. Kalau tak berminat, kosong lah, kosong markah. Untuk summarize for webinar. Okay. Siap saya berapa slide tu? 3 ke? 5? 3 slide je, kedua slide. 3 page only. Tak nak tulis lagi, maknanya anda tak nak menolong diri anda lah. Dan ini anda berada di semester akhir. Okay. Maknanya anda masih nak menggagalkan diri. Ada 7 orang lagi belum hantar. Okay, seterusnya penilaian dia berkenaan dengan fleet kelas 1, fleet kelas 2. Okay. Saya dah beri tempoh untuk fleet hantar via UKN Folio. Silap saya seminggu selepas presentation lah. Hantarlah. Okay, ada hantar untuk fleet class, dan untuk fleet class 2 saya beri peluang lagi untuk baiki your slide. Yang grup yang pertama tak payahlah. Okay. Yang minggu lepas tak payah baiki dia. Kekal yang markah tu untuk this group. Sebab saya tak meliputi apa yang tak cover untuk topik yang saya telah berikan. Jadi boleh baiki pada slide tu, saya akan tambah untuk item 1, 2. Okay. Item 1, 2 sebab majoriti untuk ada 3 grup bawah pada markah dia. Okay, boleh baiki dan submit. Kemudian last tutorial untuk bahagian saya adalah tutorial 2. Saya telah upload di dalam UKM Folio. Okay, UKM Folio ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 10 question. Okay, based on problem 3.7, 3.9, 3.10, 3.11, 10 question, you must be submit for tutorial 2. Okay. This cover for topic 1, okay, for speed study, okay, cover for horizontal, side distance, okay, vehicle driver and environment. Okay. Discover topic first topic. Okay. Ada 10 soalan yang perlu dijawab. Dan due date for this tutorial 2 30 bulan 5 Mei, okay. 30 Mei, okay. 30 bulan 5 sebulan saya bagi. Saya rasa tak ada masalah. Okay. Jadi on time 30 bulan 5 sistem akan tutup. Okay. Maknanya siapa yang tak hantar selepas tarikh tersebut, maknanya dia berminat untuk dapatkan kosong lah. Okay. Harus diingat semester lepas yang gagal adalah kebanyakan tidak mengatar tugasan dan tidak menjawab soalan-soalan peperiksaan. Itu punca kegagalan pelajar bawah subjek ini. Okay. Pertama, tidak menghantar tugasan secara automatik, saya akan bagi kosong. Yang kedua, bila menjawab soalan-soalan langsung tidak jawab, tinggal kosong je. Ya. Mungkin dia dah yakin jawab satu soalan tu dia dah dapat lulus. Okay. Tak semestinya soalan satu tu anda akan dapat full mark. Sebaik-baiknya jawab semua soalan yang diberi. Salah tak salah, itu belakang kira. Yang penting awak menjawab. Itu penilaian yang di bawah cover saya. Dan minggu depan saya ada satu lagi last class bersama dengan awak. Bukan last class lah, selepas ini pun saya akan bersama. Tetapi Dr. Izzy akan ambil alih kelas untuk after mid semester nanti. Dr. Izzy akan masuk dan akan bermula untuk makmal. Dan jangan lupa taklimat makmal. Okay, taklimat makmal pada 6 Mei. Okay. Okay. Due date lab information 6 Mei hari Khamis 2.30 via Microsoft Teams. Okay. Microsoft Teams. Saya dah bagi address your WhatsApp group. Okay. Please attend and dengar apa yang diberi oleh pegawai-pegawai lab nanti. Sebab ini yang amat penting. Okay, keadaan COVID sekarang ni semakin melonjak. Jadi perkara-perkara yang perlu diberi perhatianlah semasa lab nanti. Okay. 6 Mei 2021 hari Khamis 2.30 melalui Microsoft Teams dan boleh dapatkan link your WhatsApp group. Saya harap semua dapat hadir. Lab ada 10 markah. Dan daripada lab tersebut juga anda akan membuat presentation based on kepada problem based study ke PBL, problem learning study, PBL, problem based learning. Okay. Ada dua, satu berkenaan dengan material, satu lagi berkenaan dengan trafik. Okay. Saya dah beri jadual untuk presentation. Itu saya akan masuk dengan Dr. Izzy untuk handle PBL, problem based learning. Okay. Ada apa lagi ya? Okey, yang akhir sekali adalah peperiksaan pertengahan semester, mid exam. Mid exam ni saya akan buat after raya nanti. Saya minta salah seorang ataupun wakil kelas dapatkan satu masa yang sesuai untuk menjawab soalan dalam masa 1 jam. 1 jam untuk mid semester. yang membawa 20 markah selepas raya nanti. Selepas raya tolong beri satu masa dan satu tempoh tarikh serta masa for mid exam. Okey, jadi berpakatlah, bincanglah nanti kumpulan awak bincang dalam kelas bila nak buat, beri satu masa secara menjawab secara online lah nanti. Okey, macam biasa sebelum ni saya akan tetapkan masa dan anda akan menjawab dalam masa 1 jam. Finish je, you upload your answer via UKM Folio. Habis untuk penilaian untuk bawah saya, kemudian selepas cuti nanti Dr. Izzy akan continuous for class. Okay. Any question? Okay, untuk mengetahui juga saya ada upload beberapa note UKM Folio. For example, traffic study. Okay. Traffic study daripada grup-grup yang sebelum ni yang agak terbaik saya masukkan sebagai your reference. Okay. Traffic study, volume study, one slide. Okay. Dan berapa slide lah saya telah masukkan, boleh tengok pada UKM Folio. Okay, ada apa-apa lagi? Sekarang ni ada 41, daripada 98 hanya tak sampai separuh pun. Okay. Yang ada. Jadi tolong sampaikan kepada kawan-kawan yang tak ada untuk grup ni, terutamanya penilaian tadi. Contohnya untuk tutorial 1 masih lagi ada 7 orang yang tidak hantar. Maknanya tidak berminat untuk dapatkan markah, kosong markah. Okey, ada apa-apa pertanyaan? Minggu depan last bersama dengan saya untuk kelas. Ada pertanyaan?
Tak ada, Doktor.
Jelas apa yang penilaian yang saya hendak? Ada apa-apa komen ke? Tak bersetuju ke? Okey, kalau tak ada apa, selamat meneruskan berpuasa kepada Muslim dan kita berjumpa lagi minggu depan dengan topik kuliah saya minggu depan. Okey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat tengah hari.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okey.
Thank you, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor. Wassalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.
Terima kasih, Doktor.